It was one of the most controversial decisions taken in the CIA's history, to subject terrorist suspects to what the agency called enhanced interrogation techniques, for what nearly everyone else calls torture. At secret locations around the world known as black sites, America took the gloves off. Interrogators used methods like waterboarding, simulated drowning, to get America's enemies to spill their secrets. This man says he could have stopped it before it all began. John Rizzo was the CIA's top lawyer who signed off on the program.
If I had said, this is crazy and it's going to get us in huge trouble, it's a huge risk, we shouldn't do it, we should just kill this right now before it gets started, that would have held. I'm sure of that.
Why didn't you stop it? Why did you sign off on those techniques?
The country and the agency was just consumed with the fear and the dread that another attack was coming on the homeland.
John Rizzo joined the CIA as a young lawyer in 1975. Here he's photographed by a foreign intelligence service on an overseas mission. He was the go-to man for spies who wanted to know if their most controversial operations were legal or not. He rose to become general counsel, the CIA's most senior lawyer, in the years after 9/11. Now retired, he's defending the decisions he and America's leaders took in their fight against al-Qaeda. After the September the 11th attacks, the US began to round up high-value suspects. The first major catch in March 2002 was Abu Zubaydah, seen as a key planner and organizer of al-Qaeda's operations. Under questioning by the FBI, Abu Zubaydah identified the architect of the 9/11 attacks. The FBI special agent who got that intelligence told Newsnight it was done without mistreatment.
We were getting actionable intelligence. This actionable intelligence have the possibility of saving lives.
But the CIA believed Abu Zubaydah knew more, including about possible planned attacks. They devised a new, highly secret interrogation program. John Rizzo was given a list of the new techniques his colleagues wanted to use on Abu Zubaydah.
And they methodically described all of the techniques, sometimes using visual demonstrations of, for instance, a facial grasp. And that was the first time in my life I'd ever heard the word waterboarding. I had no idea what waterboarding was.
What was your reaction?
Well, some of the techniques, I mean, they've all been declassified now. But, some of them, frankly, the facial grasp, maybe the belly slap, struck me as almost out of a Three Stooges routine. But others, especially waterboarding, and also the sleep deprivation technique they were describing, which would involve extended periods of time without sleep. Frankly, they struck me as something terrifying.
President Obama has described the enhanced interrogation program as torture. Do you agree with him?
If it was torture, CIA would not have done it.
But isn't that because you've defined it not to be torture as the lawyer?
Well, yeah, I have interpreted, and more importantly, the highest legal authority in the executive branch interpreted it as not constituting the legal definition of torture.
But now almost everyone else seems to think it is.
Well, there seems to be a substantial opinion in that direction.
On taking office, President Obama's new team shut down the enhanced interrogation program. But when Rizzo met Obama's key aides, he discovered they wanted the CIA to do something else, accelerate massively its program of drone strikes. The new president wasn't going to take any prisoners. A mistake, says John Rizzo.
Killing a source of information should be the last resort, not the first resort. The whole program, the whole enhanced interrogation program, the whole secret prison program was designed to elicit information from high-level terrorists that could not be acquired by any other means. That's what it was about. That's why these people, there were great pains made to capture these people, keep them alive, and get them to talk. They're not going to talk if you blow them out of the sky from 15,000 feet.
But the eliciting of information through waterboarding damaged America's reputation abroad and angered some at home. It was simply too much for many to stomach. Immoral, many felt. Illegal, some said. But the lawyer who had to authorize that decision is unrepentant.
it's not easy. It's not an easy job to have, to be a lawyer for an intelligence agency.
Involved moral conundrums and quandaries?
Yeah.
Were there moral issues for you in trying to work this out, or was it a practical legal issue?
No, it was moral issues. I mean, you know, in that walk I took around the building after I was the techniques were first described to me in early 2002. And I first saw it. I can't believe I'm even considering this.
But you said yes.
I did say yes, and it wasn't easy. But I mean, to this day, I don't think I had any other choice.